Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's now 7 o'clock and the St. James Grade 8 Parent Night will commence. Just a note that this presentation is being recorded and will be posted on the St. James School website by Monday. School Principal, Mr. McPherson, will now take over. Mr. McPherson.
Thank you, Louis. Good evening, St. James parents, guardians. Welcome to St. James Catholic High School. My name is Mr. McPherson, and I have the privilege of serving currently as the principal of St. James. However, I'm also serving as the principal of the virtual secondary school, and Mrs. Sandra Cummings is currently the acting principal at St. James, along with Mrs. Green. And we are the admin team at St. James. And tonight we're joined by Mr. Colin Malone, the head of our guidance department. We are excited and thrilled to be broadcasting our first ever grade 8 virtual parent night. I think we're all nervous, but we're also excited as well because one, we get to welcome the class of 2025 for their first St. James event. And we get to spend time with parents and guardians. And you are the most important partners that we have at St. James. And together, in partnership, working together in this great community, we are excited about our future. We are a community that's built around faith and trust and family and opportunities, and we are excited to welcome our new students to St. James. So I am going to, at this time, turn it over to Mrs. Green, Vice Principal, who is going to lead us in a territorial acknowledgement and opening prayer.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome. We would like to take a moment to acknowledge the land that we are on right now. As a community, we would like to acknowledge that we are on treaty land. We have the responsibility to honor and respect the 4 directions: land, waters, plants, animals, and ancestors. The land that we are on is known as Turtle Island. We would like to acknowledge that we are gathered on the ancestral and treaty lands of the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation of the Anishinaabe peoples, and we would like to express our gratitude for them sharing these lands for our mutual benefit. The Wellington Catholic District School Board covers the ancestral and traditional territories of the Mississaugas of the Credit, the 6 nations of the Grand River, and Saugeen Ojibwe Nation territories. And if everyone could please join me in the sign of our faith, in the name of the Father, our Son, and the Holy Spirit. Gracious and generous God, creator of the earth, our common home. With each new day, we prepare the earth for our lives by sowing seeds of gratitude for all you have given. Inspire us to cultivate relationships with all living beings. May we harvest new fruit and marvel in the wonder of the beauty around us. Nurture us in hope. St. James, pray for us. In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. And at this time, I have the honor of turning the evening over to Mr. Colin Malone, our Department Head of Guidance.
Good evening. Thank you, Ms. Green. I'm Mr. Malone, and I work in the guidance office. I have the privilege of working with Mr. McPherson, Mrs. Cummings, and Mrs. Green. In addition, I just wanted you to know that in the guidance office, in addition to myself, we have 2 other counselors, Mrs. Doyle and Mrs. Burns. And we have our social worker, Michelle, and we have our chaplain, Miss Young. So we have a wonderful department, and it's a great place to be working. I want to go over a few things that we are doing, or that we will be doing over the course of the transition for your children from grade 8 to grade 9. Normally, we would have had them down to St. James by now. Unfortunately, we couldn't do that, but what we have done is we just finished last week actually visiting all 10 of our schools that make up our family of schools. We thought it was really important to make a personal connection. We wanted your children to see who we were in the guidance office, so we went to see them and we talked about high school and just had a brief conversation with them. You'll see on the important dates there that obviously tonight is a grade 8 parent information night. I mentioned the guidance visits. We'll be back out again in January to speak to your children specifically about choosing courses, and I'll share that with you tonight as part of my presentation. You'll see there that the option cards refer to their course selections. So their course selections or option cards are due to the grade 8 teacher on February 12th, so lots of time. And when we go out in January, we'll talk about choosing courses so they have good time to make good decisions. And then lastly, I'll mention that we always host an orientation here at St. James at the end of the summer during the last week of August, where we invite just the grade 8s, now grade 9s at that time, to our school so they can be with their peers and see the school prior to the first day. Okay, so obviously one of the main things we want for your children here at St. James is for them to earn their Ontario Secondary School Diploma. I will say that actually before that, what's most important is for them to feel welcome and safe and happy here at St. James. I've been working here for 20 years and I can tell you firsthand this is a great school. I'm very proud to be working here, and I think that your children will really enjoy being here. But yes, we want them to earn their Ontario Secondary School Diploma. And what you'll see here now is that there are many ways or many pathways in which they can do that. And in no particular order, you can see here that your son or daughter may choose the apprenticeship, college, community living, university, or workplace pathway. And I think what's really important to mention is that all of these are great pathways. I always like to share a personal story, and I'll do that really quickly right now. So myself, I'm going to refer to myself and my younger brother and my best friend. So after high school, I went directly to university, and then I went on to teachers college, and here I am. My younger brother, he went to college, he became a nurse, and now he's a police officer. And my best friend went right from high school into a trade. He actually has his apprenticeship completed as an auto mechanic and just recently as an elevator mechanic. And I think if you put all three of us beside each other, and often we talk about what it means to be successful in life, we talk about things like having a family, having a home, having a car, having a decent salary, being able to provide for your family. And I think if you had all three of us here and you asked us that question, we'd all be able to say we're doing those things. And yet we came from very different pathways. So please remember, as parents, that we want to encourage our children to choose the most appropriate pathway for them that allows them to be successful. Okay, so just quickly, graduation requirements. No matter where you go to high school in the province of Ontario, these things are required. So 30 credits or courses, 40 hours of community service that can be earned over the course of the 4 years. As a matter of fact, grade 8 students can start earning their community service hours this summer. So between summer of grade 8 and grade 9, they can begin that. And lastly is the provincial literacy requirement. That happens in grade 10, and we'll have them well prepared for that. So in high school, we have different types of courses. And again, this PowerPoint will be available to you to look at. So I don't want you to focus too much on what's in front of you right now. I'm going to talk to this a little bit. And this is the conversation that I'll have with your sons and daughters in January. Let's start with an open course, actually. An open course is a course that everybody can take, and it's not divided into different types. So for example, grade 9 religion. There's just one religion course offered. It's an open course that all students take. The other courses can be academic, applied, or locally developed. Academic courses, as you can see there, for independent learners who are able to work well, or to work to well-defined timelines and expectations. Applied courses, students are given more direction on strategies to improve work and study habits, more hands-on application of the concept studied. And locally developed courses have a focus on literacy, numeracy, and organizational skills for life. Another thing that's really important to note about these courses is that academic courses, for the most part, lead to the university pathway at the senior level. Applied courses, for the most part, lead to college pathway courses at the senior level, and locally developed courses lead to the workplace pathway at the senior level. Open courses remain the same. So for example, if you were to take your grade 11 religion, it would be an open course that all students would take. So a big question always is, how do I know what is best for my child? What type of course? I'm going to get to that in a second. In high school in grade 9, there are 6 compulsory courses. So these are courses that all grade 9s will take, and they include English, math, science, geography, French, and religion. What will be decided is what type of course your son or daughter will take. So for example, in English, whether it's academic, applied, or locally developed, what's going to happen is your son or daughter's grade 8 teacher is going to make a recommendation prior to choosing courses. And that recommendation is based upon time spent with your child and seeing them learn and seeing and evaluate and assess how they're doing. So they will make a recommendation, and that will help you in making that decision with them as to what type of course they should take. So that's in English and science and geography and French. Something brand new this year or next year is that math will no longer be divided into different streams. There'll be one math course for all grade 9s to take. So in previous years, there was a recommendation made for math, but this year there won't be, because it's going to be one course that all grade 9s will take. In addition to the 6 compulsory courses, grade 9s get to choose 2 optional courses or elective courses. And they include healthy active living or physical education, exploring technologies, which is primarily a woodworking course, a business and information technology course, and then we have 4 arts courses: dramatic arts, visual arts, instrumental music, and guitar. So again, how do I make the best decision as a parent along with my child? Well, as I mentioned, the grade 8 teacher makes a recommendation, and again, I'll say that that's a very important part of this decision, because they know your son and daughter well. They'll be able to make a recommendation as to where they think they'll be most successful. Obviously, those conversations continue at home, and I'd like you, as parents, to consider, your child's strengths, where their challenges lie, their learning skills and styles. I can tell you that I've been in guidance for 8, 9, 10 years now, I think, and what's most difficult for me is when I see a student struggling in a pathway perhaps that they shouldn't be in, or where they could be elsewhere having more success, experiencing more success. That's very common. And I think sometimes as parents, and I'm a parent, and I have 2 sons, one is in high school, one just graduated from high school, and sometimes I think I know what's best, and I probably don't. I need to pay more attention to what their strengths are and where they'll be more successful. And I would encourage you as parents to do the same thing. Don't be caught up in what their friends are doing or what your friends' children are doing. Consider what's best for your child, and the grade 8 teacher and we at St. James will help you do that as well. We want them to be happy, we want them to be successful, we want them to be confident in the courses they're taking. I will also tell you that you're not limited to a pathway, so let me explain that. You can take an academic course and change to an applied course the next year, and vice versa. Sometimes there's some extra courses you have to take, but you're not locked into a pathway. So you can change from applied to academic, academic to applied, college to university, university to college. There are certainly options to do that. So please be aware of that. I want to talk to you briefly about something else that is new. I mentioned that one of the elective courses that your child could take is physical education. we're offering a unique physical education course this year. So we have a specialist high skills major in the area of sport. That's brand new at St. James this year. A specialist high skills major is a bundle of courses that students take in a particular area in grade 11 and grade 12 that allow them to graduate with a red seal on their diploma, indicating that they have a specialization in a particular area. So for example, at St. James, I'll just name a few. We have sport, which I'm talking about right now, the environment, transportation, hospitality, health and wellness, information technology. We have quite a few. A new one this year is sport. And although the bulk of these courses happen in the senior years, what we're offering in grade 9 is a unique phys ed course that's part of our LEAP program, and that stands for Leaders in Exercise and Athletics. What this course is in grade 9, it would be a course for students who are involved currently in elite sports. So that might be a high level of rep hockey or dance or figure skating or soccer. I will speak more about this when I visit your children in January, and I'll tell them more about this course. It does involve an application and also to then choose this particular phys ed course. But I just want to touch on that very briefly because it's brand new and it's kind of exciting, and I thought it was worth sharing with you this evening. So I think that's it for me. You'll see again on this PowerPoint that my email is there. I'm always happy to answer questions. I look forward to working with you and working with your children as you transition from grade 8 to grade 9. And again, I think that you really will find that St. James is a wonderful place with great people. I now would like to turn it over to the wonderful Mrs. Cummings, who is our current acting principal and also vice principal at St. James.
Hey folks, while we just get Mrs. Cummings across the front of the school here, I just want to welcome any out of family of schools parents. We do one of the gifts of St. James is we've been very blessed to welcome students from some of our local public schools, private schools, and Christian schools. So we are an open access school, and we are a faith-based school. So if you're with us tonight, welcome. And if you're looking for information that Mr. Malone spoke about in terms of registration, we do have some information on our page, on our St. James homepage. So we look forward to having conversations with you and your families. And a reminder, if there's questions, you can place them in the Q&A, and we will post responses to those on Monday.
Hi, everyone. Just one of the things that I wanted to share about is something that we are strongly believe in at St. James and our St. James community, and that's embracing diversity. So our shared beliefs, we know each and every day as a community that all students have strengths, all students can succeed. Fairness is not sameness in their programming and who they are as individuals. Each student has their own unique way of learning, and students develop differently and in different areas and at different paces, and those are always to be celebrated. Our shared beliefs lend ourselves to the great partnership between school, home, and community, which allows us to journey with your child through what sometimes may appear the toughest years of their development. And we know that your child will spend more time with us than they will at home during their high school years. And we have the wonderful opportunity to prepare them for their life after high school and provide them with the skills, experience, and relationships to reach their full potential. If you have any questions with regards to special education support and student support services, please feel free to email Mr. Lindsay Boyer. His email is directly on the screen, and he'll be able to answer any programming or IEP needs questions that you may have. Alternatively, you can place those questions in the chat.
Okay, folks, we apologize for the technical difficulties, but we do have a beautiful video that we will share. The good thing is this presentation will be on our website and we can link the video. We at St. James, we kept trying because we believe in grit, and we believe that you got to stick with things even when there are difficulties in the face of adversity. I know that we're going to learn from this experience, but most important thing is we were able to share some time with you this evening. I want to thank Mr. Malone for his passionate presentation and all the great work that he does with his guidance department. I know we have a bunch of our department heads who joined the call with us, and I'm grateful for that. I want to thank Mrs. Cummings and Mrs. Green, who are serving so faithfully during these times of COVID. We're blessed to have students in the school every day, and we look forward to welcoming your children as we journey forward. If you have questions, please let us know. All of our emails are on the screen, and we look forward to continuing our transition activities. I know Mr. Malone will said that we'll be out to the school, and we ask that you continue to stay safe. We are also in the season of Advent, and our prayer is that we would journey together in faith over these next few weeks as we prepare for the birth of our Savior. So St. James is an awesome place. It was not that long ago that as parents, my wife and I journeyed with our son in grade 9, and believe it or not, he's in grade 12, and that scares us, but we're also grateful for who he has become as a young man as a result of the influence of the teachers and the education support workers, the secretaries, the custodians, the EAs, and everybody that works in this wonderful community. We are blessed. I've journeyed with 2 sons through this school, and it's been a wonderful place for them to be, and I believe it's a wonderful place for you to be. So we, some difficulties with the video, but we're grateful for the opportunity. We're open to hearing any questions you have, and we want to wish you a great rest of the night, and we look forward to connecting in the really near future. Take care. Thank you for your support. God bless.
And I am a super proud Wildcat alumni of our amazing neighbors, St. John's. We got spirit.
What?
Yeah, we got spirit.
What?
Yeah, we got what?
Hi everyone, I went to Holy Rosary Catholic School for elementary, and my most positive memory of St. James has been from playing basketball. Winning D10 in Kawasa and going to OFSA are memories that I will never forget, and I made so many amazing friends with my teammates.
Hi Future Lions, my name is Leah Patrick and I am an alumni of Sacred Heart Catholic School Guelph. I would say my most positive memory of St. James was our Relay for Life assembly in this very gym. It was at this time that I realized that this family is truly amazing and our community is one of the best things out there.
Hi, my name is Talia Yanni and I attended St. John Brebeuf Elementary School in Erin. My favorite memories at St. James include leading the Environmental Council, running cross country, and acting in the spring productions.
My name is Ella Holt and I attended Holy Rosary Catholic Elementary School. My most positive memory of St. James was joining the cross country team in grade 9. I loved being a part of the team and learned so much from the older athletes and great coaches. It was a great way to get involved, and I've been involved in both athletic and student council ever since.
In regards to my favorite memories at St. James, oh my goodness, it's so difficult to narrow it down to just one, as I consider every day here to be a gift, such a wonderful community. But if I had to just choose one and talk about one, my favorite memories would be right here on this stage in the lovely room 209, whether it be acting or singing or just watching the incredible artsy talent unfold. This community is so incredible, and I've made the most amazing memories just being able to express myself in so many ways, the creativity, watching the talent unfold, and I've made the most amazing friends and relationships and memories because of the arts. So
the best thing about St. James is all the opportunities to get involved, whether it's in the arts, the academics, sports, or leadership. There are so many ways for you to make amazing memories and meet like-minded people here at St. James.
I think the best thing about St. James is all the different ways you can get involved with our school. We have such awesome athletics and artistic representation, and there's just so many clubs and committees you can join.
I'd say the best part of St. James that you guys should all be looking forward to is the people, the staff who want the best for you and always encourage you, to all of your peers who are always there to put a smile on your face. We're such a tight-knit community, and it truly is a beautiful thing. Can't wait to see you all.